Hey guys, Scott here, back with Terry Henricks Ford. I'm inside our 2020 Raptor, so I'm just going to show you guys around the inside here. Really, as far as the center stack goes, you got our backup camera here that's currently on. You have your climate controls. Not a whole lot of fancy gadgets. You know, we don't really need all that right in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you our front and dash, and I'm going to show you different driving modes that we have. So on this, we're going to start with slippery, and you'll notice that it will change the suspension, the traction control, the steering, and then also, if you notice in the middle there, as I rotate the wheel, it'll tell me the degree that the wheel is turning. So a lot of different driving modes, and then the vehicle will adapt. So for this one here, you can notice the 4A in the bottom left hand side of the screen. It will adjust to automatic four-wheel drive, so 4 auto. You still have your 4 high, 4 low, and your 2. So let's go to the next one here, is our tow haul. We don't have anything hooked up right now, obviously, so it's not going to do a whole lot for us. You do have your sport mode. It'll shift it into 2 high. And then all of a sudden the traction control is for sport, the steering is for sport, and the suspension is for sport as well. Going into our normal mode, that's just going to be normal for us there. Our deep snow and sand, it's going to shift into 4 high for us. It will turn traction control off, and it's going to lock the rear differential there in the back, the rear axle. So steering has also been changed to comfort. We have a Baja mode if you want to go a little bit more off-road. So that will, again, take the traction control off, keep it in 4 high. Steering goes back to normal, and the suspension has been changed now to off-road suspension. And then we have rock crawl. So this isn't going to let me do it because we're not actually with rocks, but it's going to put it 4x4 low, and then you're going to shift into neutral, and then it'll kind of take control from there. And you know, you're able to virtually crawl over rocks with this thing. It's really, really cool. So these are all of our drive options here on the Ford Raptor. Similar to the TRX, though, we're going to take this for a little test drive. I'm just going to be going down a county road here. I'm not going to be doing any rock crawling. I'm not going to be doing anything through sand or Baja or anything like that. Here in Northwest Ohio, lots of cornfields and not a whole lot for us to do. So I'm going to get back on the road here. I'm going to turn my flashers off, and we're going to take this thing for a little spin. I'm going to let this biker go past this here so I don't scare him off. I expect this turbo to really kick in as soon as I punch this thing. Oh yeah. So I told you it's a 3.5 liter V6. It's definitely nothing to be ashamed of. The V6 here, like I said, 450 horsepower, plenty of power. It sounds great. You can really hear that turbo whistling. I hope you can get it on camera. More than likely, though, it's not going to do it justice. I'm going to try to keep my eyes on the road here as we're obviously driving down the road. So ultimately, I think you guys need to get inside one of these. I don't think the cameras do it justice. I'm sure you've heard a lot about the Raptors. If you haven't had a chance to drive one, I know even working here and having a few on our lot, I don't get to drive them very often. So I highly recommend, even if you're not interested in purchasing one, give me a call and come down and just take it for a spin. That way, you know, you can go and tell your friends and tell everybody that you actually drove one, and then maybe somewhere down the road you would be interested in buying one. Ultimately, there's really nothing else like it that Ford offers. And then coming up soon here, in the next coming months, might be a little bit farther than that, they are actually putting the GT500 motor in this thing. So we are getting an upgrade in power and everything like that. Torque is going to be increased, and it's going to be a really fun truck. They've been fun. This one has definitely got a lot to it, but upgrading the motor in the future definitely going to be something to look out for, and we will be here for you if you have any questions on that as well. So as always, the number is 419-445-7460. Again, I'm Scott. Thanks for watching this, and definitely come down and ask to drive this thing. You're going to love it. Thank you.